Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are the audio levels? I hear typing. That's good. All right, let's transition over here. Hello. Audio sounds good. I had a couple things I had to do. Good morning, everyone. So, the last stream, Whoa, that is very loud. Okay, I need to adjust that. You know what? I could just turn down the volume myself. So I think the last stream I did from this machine, I pumped up the resolution, and so I had to resize the windows. And then because I was away on vacation, this iMac has Bluetooth keyboard and trackpad, both of which were dead. I only had one power cord between all the different things plugged in between the two cameras, these headsets. So I've been madly transferring the power cord back and forth between the two devices, trying to get them powered up. I think right now the trackpad works and the keyboard I use to log in, but I need to transfer over the power cord here. Luckily, it charges pretty fast. And then on top of it, I had done a Facebook Live. That's what I did from the last stream I did from this machine, and so the key didn't work. I had to go back in. So those are all my excuses for this morning. Thank you. That's always been part of the stream, that there's always something. Thank you, Janella, for the cheer. Very cool of you. Spider Slayer has resubscribed. The Spider-Man 1963 has subscribed. 2 Spider fans, possibly the same person, with 2 accounts. No, that wouldn't make sense. Or would it? Rotten Rock. J3 Thronin. Thanks, Jim. I've learned so much this past few months. Thank you for subscribing. Will Broussard. Woohoo. Will Broussard, longtime chat commentator. Hello, Renee. Good morning, Kate, or good afternoon. Kate, are you waiting in another line at Ace Comic Con in Long Island? I just put the glasses on because I've gotten farsighted as I've approached my advanced years. Janella has resubscribed. Thank you. Punker13 gets right to the point. So what happens to Luke? Spoil it. First off, I would never do that. I love you guys too much. I would never spoil a movie. He's referring, of course, to The Last Jedi, Star Wars movie. Had the great fortune of being able to go to the world premiere last night here in LA at the Shrine Auditorium. And I really enjoyed it. So I won't spoil it, but I'll give you my just general thoughts. If you really liked. So to me, tonally, it falls in between A Force Awakens and Rogue One. And so I enjoyed it quite a bit. So the reason I wouldn't spoil it is too much work goes into making and marketing and promoting these movies. And really the fun of it is that joy of discovery and just being blown away in the audience. And with a lot of movies I know I'm definitely going to see, I avoid all commentary, all trailers. So I hadn't seen a single trailer in advance of Last Jedi. I had seen the Porgs just because they were so, I guess when they announced them or they showed them for the first time, they were all over social media. So there's no avoiding that. And I'd seen some of these other CGI creatures that inhabit the world of Star Wars. So that's really all I had seen. Oh, I take that back. And I did see, and I know all of you guys have seen this, so it's not a spoiler, but the ships that go on the planet that kind of create red streaks as they kind of pierce the lining of the surface. But that was it, really. Aside from the posters that had, Luke, Leia, Poe, Finn, Rey, Ren, all those characters. So it was good. It was really good. All right, let me see if I can jump into kind of follow the chat a little bit better. Where did... Okay, so that's my intro. And so some people have suggested doing a all Star Wars sort of sketch-a-thon this morning, and I'm down with that. I will give my best attempt. I don't draw Star Wars a lot. There have been a handful of commissions I've done, Padme, and I was supposed to do Jabba the Hutt and Slave Leia, which, I think is many, many years overdue. And I had started on a large piece of paper because I felt so bad I'd taken so long on this piece. And then in one of my many moves, that artboard disappeared. So I don't know where it is. But I do have new paper. It's a very easy scene in that it's a scene right out of the movie, so I just need to do it. And someday maybe I'll share that with you. I think I did a Princess Leia holding a blaster from The Last Hope. I think those are online somewhere. But I'll tell you that it has been said, and I believe this to be true, that Princess Leia is the hardest likeness to get. And I found this, that there are very, very few artists that, aside from Drew Struzan, that are able to kind of get that likeness just right. Adam Hughes, I think, was another one. Maybe Jeff Campbell. You'd have to look through, but she, for whatever reason, I don't know why, she's a very, very tough one. Chewie is probably the easiest. But even a character like Darth Vader, which is essentially just a mask, like Doctor Doom or Iron Man, is the challenge because, like Snoopy, you have to get just the proportions just right, meaning the length from the top of the helmet to kind of the nose bridge, to when it flares out, the angles of the mask kind of flaring out. So all these things you have to just kind of get right to make it look like Darth Vader. And it's the same way as like drawing a German World War II helmet. Stormtroopers also have a very unique kind of silhouette. So let's see what's going on here. Does the Joker count as drawing Luke Skywalker? Very good. I like that. No. Crispy egg roll. Pretty dead and starving. Oh, I'm jumping into conversations late, so what does that mean? 2+ hours of sleep is my guess for Kate. 2-hour delay on Gal's photo op, so we basically are standing 2 hours plus. I see. All right, hold on one second. Okay. So Kate is able to mod while she's waiting in line for photo ops at Ace Comic Con. Crispy, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably lying in bed at this point, just with his phone above his head. So if he falls asleep, the phone falls into his face, wakes him up. I say that from experience. What is Renee up to? These are... hello, Michael. Who's my favorite Star Wars character, says Russell. When I was a kid, it was probably Han Solo, just because, like Wolverine, he was sort of the anti-hero. But as I've gotten older with age and have had kids, and for whatever reason, I think Luke is my favorite. And that's not just because I've gotten a chance to know Mark Hamill, but I think as a character, it's easy. I think there's an appeal to being sort of the bad boy, the rebel, the person that doesn't give a damn and does what he wants and is a smuggler. But the arc that Luke has, where he essentially is a farm boy that has a dream and is able to fulfill his destiny, and then realizes that his heritage comes from the dark side. That's the only spoiler I'll give. I think that's a really interesting story, and so that's why I think over the years I've come to sort of appreciate and understand who that character is a lot better than I was when I was a kid. Because I think when you're a kid, he might have seemed a little too vanilla, maybe. Yoda's the best. I don't know if Yoda's my favorite Jedi. just because when he had the lightsaber, and he looks like a puppet to me, but that's just me. I don't know. I know that for a generation, Yoda's their favorite. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi was pretty badass because Alec Guinness, was an amazing actor. And if you ever have a chance, see a classic movie called Bridge Over the River Kwai, which he plays a World War II POW in Japanese occupied territory. And that's just a masterful performance and a great movie. And you understand that he's more than just Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right. He is a puppet. I knew I was right. Kylo Ren is the best because he copied my name. Kylo Rene. In France, he's known as Kylo Rene. Yeah, I was really... Yeah, Bridge is a tremendous novel. It's also a great novel, I believe. Yeah, I've seen a lot of classic World War II movies. Those are the best. All right. What are we doing here? I'm just getting... Oh, this is Wolfie. Has subscribed. Thank you, Wolfie. Good morning. Janella has cheered again. 500. Jonella, please tell me if I'm saying it right. I'm saying Jonella, and it might be Anella. Jonella. Veritas has subscribed. Fifth has cheered 100. Thank you. Pity83 has resubscribed. Thank you, Pity. Duke Rockwell has resubscribed. Jay Kavner has cheered 300. Fifth has subscribed 100. So we're all caught up to date. All right. Did you stand in line to see the original Star Wars back in the day? No, I was like 10 or 11 years old when the original Star Wars. You know, I can draw and talk at the same time. That is my special power. Common Sora has cheered 10,000 bits. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. Brogan from Ireland or somewhere overseas wants to have a drinking contest with me. Has cheered 100. Thank you. Special power. What are my thoughts on Disney acquiring Fox Studios? That would be pretty amazing because I would free up those characters that have... Actually, you know what? Fox for a while didn't seem like they had quite a handle on those characters. But in recent years, I think they've found some success not emulating the Marvel Extended Universe. And by that I mean, you know, Deadpool is R-rated and kind of had its own continuity, even though it had more than just that character. It had Colossus and some of those other characters. I had a Morlock, what was it? Caliban, right? And then, obviously, the movie Logan, which I think were my two favorite mutant movies so far. And so at the premiere, I ran into Rob Liefeld, obviously, creator of Deadpool, and that was really cool to see him. You know, I only see him usually at conventions once or twice a year. And, yeah, who knows? I think it's a challenge then, like, do you incorporate it all into the Marvel Extended Universe, which is really quite huge at this point. And like any continuity, how much you start, you know, there's like a curve, a bell curve, or a pyramid. Like, as you add more and more content, I think you get fewer and fewer people that kind of buy into it because there's so much that you have to see to feel invested in the entire universe. So I think it's a challenge for the people that run that franchise to figure out, well, we've got all these other cool characters. How do we add it so it doesn't seem like there are characters literally on every city block in New York City, which I think was always a challenge even in the comic books, is like once you got so many different teams in both the Marvel and DC universes, how do you have these epic battles between good and evil and then not include the Justice Society or the Legion or other super teams might be around? All right, my phone's blowing up. I don't know what's going on. So that is the challenge. And also, you know, everything from the Marvel Extended Universe has been PG-13 or less, I believe, or lighter. And because of Deadpool and Logan, and the success with that, do you change, the course if that deal happens? Okay, dude, the people that literally cannot write a message with more than like 3 words in each message, they don't know what a paragraph is apparently. So, one second. One second. So, all right. All right. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Kate. I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I shouldn't even say this in public. Kate, do you want to say where you are in the line? Can you take a photo of yourself in the line? I'm gonna see if I can expedite things here for you a little bit. There's probably a way to just send you a private message. I believe there is. One second. All right. I'm not abusing any power, guys. One second. Okay. Yeah, so so Ace Comic Con, very interesting show. They invited the entire cast of the Justice League there, I think except for Ben Affleck, and so it's a huge sort of investment in fandom, and it's exciting to see that these shows are still going really strong. All right, so Russell has cheered 500. Thank you. Effects has resubscribed. Will Broussard has cheered 2,500. Jonella has cheered 500. Ray21 has used 200 bits. Thank you. Joker and Pudding has resubscribed. So, a lot of activity this morning. Is there a Discord? There is a Discord. There's so much to go over. Let me, like, people are going, why is that monkey not drawing? So let me start drawing first. Mike Alphen, I thought this was a drawing stream. See? This is entertaining. I'm trying to triple... Kate, did you get my message? Superhero Swimmer, you're a young kid. It's all good. Don't worry, man. I assume people are cheering with money that they have what's it called? Income. Disposable income. So, yeah. So there's a lot of activity going on. My art dealer, who's also at Ace Comic Con, is giving me sorry. Okay. Hold on one second. All right, so will Albert Moore be with you at MegaCon? Yes. So I think he'll be at WonderCon, which is my next show, and then MegaCon, which is my next show. Although there is a show in Italy in, I think, third week of April that I am tentatively scheduled to go to, and during that trip I'll probably hit up Paris as well. Oh, also, February 3rd, which I think is Saturday, this is just in, I will be in Orlando again. So any of you people in Florida? Brogan has cheered 100. I wasn't, after a drinking contest, I just didn't want to bring whiskey to Anaheim for you to tell me you don't drink. I don't drink whiskey, but I'll have some if that's your drink, if that's your poison. Oberdo, thank you. Oberdo has subscribed, thank you. Traveling Fool. Oh, she's done. Okay. Never mind. All right. That's why Kate wasn't responding. She was probably like all over Gal. Gal's very tall, so it's hard to get all over Gal. So there's a photo. I did a panel at New York or San Diego Comic Con. It was a celebration or something about Wonder Woman. I was the comic book guy on that panel, and it was Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, I think Nicola Scott, I want to say. Was it just the four of us? Anyway, and then there was a photo op afterwards, and Nicola Scott is also very tall. So the three of them, I was like standing amongst three Amazonians. It's quite a funny picture. I have it somewhere. What show in Italy? It is a new show, Pity. I don't think it's even been announced yet. But I think it's Lake Como, which is the northern part. I think where George Clooney has a residence or something. Okay, so we are 30 minutes in, and I have not drawn a line here. What kind of art stream is this? Blade Winchester has cheered on 100. Thank you very much, Blade. All right, Discord. I'll get to the Discord. Are they very tall, or is Jim kind of short? Actually, it's both. They are very tall. There is no. That is an absolute approximation, and I'm 5'4". Okay. I'm going to move my power cord. I'm not going to do a mashup because it's hard enough to do the Star Wars characters for me to try then take that and do a mashup. Although I could just draw a Joker with a lightsaber, but you guys know that Mark Hamill only did the voice for the Joker. He does not look like the Joker. Although in the Arkham games, I think they did try to model the look a little bit after. Oh my gosh. Howdy everyone. We short guys gotta stick together. Yeah, you know what? We just did a... Sorry, I'm going to move this back over. This is the most ridiculous thing ever. I feel like I am Ultra Boy. I can only use one power at a time. I could either use my keyboard or my mouse pad. Okay. Alright. Just do it. Will I come back to Brazil in 2018? Nothing's been discussed. So, I always want to be truthful with you guys. Unlikely. Alright, so what are we going to start with? I need reference for all this stuff. Yoda? Should I start with Yoda? Maybe that might be the easiest. Let's start with Yoda. Okay. Yoda. Oh, Boba Fett. That would be easier. I could do both Yoda and Boba Fett. Alright. Hold on. Let's pull up some reference. Alright. There's Yoda and Boba Fett. Alright. Let's start with Boba Fett because it's a lot easier. Because he sort of looks like Magneto with the middle part filled up. ADD, yes, for sure. Avoid all the likeness issue. You know, I can just draw Porgs. I'm going to start with a Porg. Screw you guys. People are like, no! Although, these are hard to draw too. Everything's hard to draw. Alright. And look at that. I'm telling you, every single time I get in the stream, I have to turn off autofocus. Is there just not a way for me just to kill autofocus? Please. Is it possible to save any setting on my computer? Jeez. I mean, come on, really. Every single time I have to go in and manually turn off. Come on. I should have a freak out like Kylo. I should start throwing stuff like... Ah! Alright. There we go, finally, focused. Damn you, autofocus. Really, why give me the ability to adjust these settings and then hit a button that says SAVE? If every single time I restart the computer, I have to do it again. I mean, really, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I almost said something incorrect. My ears are bleeding. Sorry. Alright, how's the white balance on this? I turned that off too. Maybe we need that white balance. I'm sorry, I apologize. Please give me back my white balance. Auto adjust. Alright. Okay. M. Tellis has cheered 100. Thank you. Alright. I've got this pity little piddly. I was going to say piddly, but then I thought of pity 83. It's not a very... Oh, I could use a thicker pencil. I'm going to look over here and see if I have something a little more robust. I have my bag of art supplies here. This is how I travel. Draw! Oh my gosh. You guys are just merciless. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get through this whole 2-hour session without drawing a single thing. I just kind of start and stop and complain. Alright, I don't know if this is even going to happen. Alright. Oh. This looks like the Edward Munch painting of the Scream. For you art historians, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just Google the Scream. It's a famous painting. Basic shape. How's the basic shape? How am I doing? I'm just going to draw porgs all day long. Nothing you guys can do about it. As always, these are challenging. Like, do they have a neck? I don't know. They have chins? I don't know. Are their arms shorter than this? I don't know. Their eyes look wider. Alright. That's probably way more underdrawing than needed for a porg. Jim, could you at least spend 2 minutes and just set up your art equipment before you start? Really, I mean... Just my kingdom for a piece of tape. There we go. It's a trap. Oh, I'm going to draw Admiral Akbar next. All the characters I hated as a kid. Wait, I didn't say that, did I? Alright. This is a 0.3 marker. I don't know. I feel like this should be a 0.5. Oh, okay, yeah. So someone asked me, like, how does this work? So sketch-wise, in all transparency, I'll let you know how it used to work and what I'm changing it to. So it used to work that I would draw usually 2 to 3 sketches on a stream, and then give it away. There are different classifications of membership, membership, sponsorship on Twitch. They have it set up so that you can just go and follow a stream really for free, whatever. And it'll always be that way. But then there's other levels where you can show your appreciation or support a channel. And it's called subscriptions, right? I think you pay... There's a $5 level per month, a $10 per level per month, and then a $25 level per month. And I guess they used to only have a 5, but they found that people sometimes so love the stream, it's not... my stream, but other streams, other cooler streams, that supporters would buy multiple subscriptions to show their support. So they created these different tiers, 10 and 25. And I asked, like, well, what do they get for that? And then nothing other than the satisfaction of supporting something that they really, really appreciate, and that they want to continue. And so I felt like, well, I could do that, but maybe there's something I could do to kind of show my appreciation and also kind of give back to the fan community, because back in the day, I used to do sketches for money, and then I started doing sketches for free. And, if I do a panel at a show, I kind of do this, something like this, where I talk and draw and answer questions and give away the sketches to people that are in the audience. So I felt I was doing a continuation of that online. But then I started getting very prolific and doing maybe 3 or 4, and then it became almost kind of like the second job, like, mailing them out and getting their address. And I was just like, this is it's starting to feel like work. So, and also there was an opportunity cost of, well, man, if I just sold these sketches, I would come out, I wouldn't have to stream anything. I could just, so I'm going to change it up so that the sketches are a little rare. I'll probably always give away one to a different group every week. So one week might be available to everyone, next week to just subscribers, and then next week just to $10 subscribers and higher, and then the following week 25. So if you're 25, you're always in the running, so to speak. If you're 10, you're in the running for all but 1 week, et cetera, et cetera. And if you're just a follower but not a subscriber, you're in the running 1 out of 4 opportunities, right? And then the others, we had talked about, there are some people who are just really just hardcore art collectors and maybe are frustrated that it's always this lottery system, and they've literally said, well, I would love to, just acquire something. So maybe I will make I was thinking of making the other sketches just available for people in chat, and maybe people will get a price break, maybe. Then if it went to a live sort of eBay, open to everyone kind of opportunity, but I don't even know if that would happen. I don't know. I'm still learning kind of what I want to do with this channel. To me, it's always been sort of this grand experiment, something I kind of started off because I wanted to do something with my kids and kind of show them this cool opportunity and start fairly early in the process. I know that Twitch has been around for a little bit. I wish I kind of started earlier, to be honest. But, there is a time commitment. I've been buying a crap load of headphones and cameras and green screens and all that sort of thing. So, but I love also kind of learning about new technologies, new platforms. So it's been a lot of fun for me. So that there's partly that as well. So they've got longer legs. I'm doing a down shot, and so the legs are foreshortened. That's why they look kind of squatter and are further. Don't look very long. But then people are probably going to go like, I don't know if I can tell that you're looking downwards. Why do you draw short legs on this pork? So I'm going to just do something kind of in between. Okay, there we go. PK in the house, or otherwise known as Poop Kid. Chase 333. So you have to get into a business discussion. Yeah, you know what? Look, I want to be transparent with you guys. I want you to understand my thinking. I could just have changed it and whatever, But there will be other benefits to subscribing. I think I've mentioned yesterday. There will be in-person get-togethers, like at different shows. So we'll definitely do one at WonderCon, San Diego Comic-Con, and New York Comic-Con for sure. And maybe MegaCon. But I'm going to be at the Coliseum of Comics February 3rd, which I think is a Saturday, to help them celebrate, I believe, their 30th anniversary. I went there, was it 15 years ago? 15 years ago. And those guys have been tremendous supporters of DC Comics, the comic book industry, so I want to go help them celebrate. So this is my pork Not too bad, not too shabby for my first Porg ever. Maybe could have a little more animation. It's a little too, in my opinion, a little too straightforward. Like if you showed this to someone, would they say, "Hey, it's a quote unquote Jim Lee Porg"? No, not enough pouches. You can see the feet. Not enough cross hatching. Yeah, so I'll work on that, guys. I don't want to let you down. Let's see what happens here if I do this. This is just a warm-up sketch, by the way. I'm not going to be drawing all Porgs, because I see the people following the stream have dropped off dramatically. Fabzilla, I haven't been to a con in Europe in ages. I feel like I should come to France. The thing I'm doing in France is just a store signing at a store called Album. I think they're celebrating their 20th anniversary. Hold on one second. So I'm going to try to hit 2 shows. There's also a show in Erlangen, Germany in early June. I'm thinking about it. I haven't really decided yet. Oh, Jonella has cheered 400 bits. Thank you very much, Jonella. All right, let's see. I'm going to wrap this one up quickly because it's already 11 and we're kind of halfway through our time. So getting back to The Last Jedi, let me just say that I thought Mark Hamill was great in the movie. No spoilers, of course. And they made me actually care about the Kylo Ren character. I thought Adam Driver did a great job, and the storyline really expanded on that character. And so there were certain scenes where I was impressed. I started caring more about the second generation of characters. So it's exciting for you guys that are younger, that are going to basically grow up with this mythology the same way I grew up with the original mythology. So you can kind of see some things I did here with the eyes and the mouth. All right, so I'm going to try to interject some knowledge here and there. Very quickly. Did you cry little Asian tears? Why'd you have to put little? You're Asian, so you can say that, I'm guessing. Oh my, that's right. If I touch my chin or forehead, that meant that characters died. I don't know. I forgot which one's related to which, so I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Eyeball. Very quickly. Tear duct, upper lid, lower lid. Okay. A trick of drawing, a shorthand, is you draw a circle like that, kind of like the Hindenburg, a Zeppelin. That's a reflection on this glassy eye of some object nearby. The center iris goes here. And then you draw the pigment, whatever, and you have it kind of drop off as it goes below, because the idea is that when you look at an eye, it kind of caves in and then kind of comes back out where this cheek is. And so light hits this brow, there's a shadow underneath here, but light actually picks up again right around here, and it bounces off and reflects on the underside of the eye. And so if you can draw the eye where there's more rendering on top like this and less on the bottom, this whiteness reflects the light bouncing off this part of the eye onto the bottom of the glassy part of the eyeball itself. Okay? Does that make sense? So that's why that feels kind of realistic. It's just a shorthand. Everyone got that? Cheer 500 bits just to say you got it. Everyone? Everyone? Bueller? Bueller? Okay, forget it. All right. Now, when you get to the mouth, all right, so if we look at the Porg eye, it's the same concept. It's a black eye, and this part up here, this white part represents that. And then down here, you could do, I was just kidding, thank you, Bergen. You could go and have it kind of fade out to a white or a gray, right? And that represents that kind of thing, right? And so what I did with the eyes, I just basically did the black part, and right? So that represents that, all right? I'm trying to cash it on you guys. Yes, I'm trying to cash it on you guys. That's what I'm doing here. Jeez. All right. The mouth. Okay, the mouth, right. So if you put the mouth like this, okay, and it could be the Joker's mouth, which looks like this, right? Think of it as, or even a gun barrel. Okay. Or even a cave. A cave that looks suspiciously like a mouth. Okay. The idea is that you have light coming in here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Light's coming in here, and this line basically creates a shadow, and so, but it only creates a shadow so far, and then light reappears here. So the light hits this edge, creates a shadow, but this object only casts so long of a shadow, and that's how we kind of create the sensation of depth within this space, right? Okay. Gil Shep, why would the Porg have light reflection? Well, the light's bouncing off the floor, off the ground. Okay. So with this gun barrel, the quick way is just really kind of draw a angle like that, almost not 45, but let's say 60 degrees or so, if you measure that. And so it's the same concept. The light hits this thing, the object creates a shadow, but then the light still manages to hit the inside the barrel, and so that creates volume and depth within that space. So if we have the Joker's mouth, okay, all right, teeth like that, same thing as this. Right? But then if you have the tongue will have its own, because it's an object in that space, will have its own kind of shadow, and then that tongue casts a shadow underneath it. Okay? That's a very small little tongue in there, but I just did that so that it would fit in that space so you could see it clearly. All right? Does that make sense? Damn, getting some lag. I'm dropping frames. Because it's 11 o'clock. My guess is some of the kids are waking up. That's right, they're using that internet again. Let me see. Let me look at OBS. Yeah, it's dropping frames here. Kids are up. Dang kids. You know what? It's a real thing, I'll tell you. I mean, we have as beefy of a line as you can, but maybe I'll go to 9 o'clock next week. Why is it doing this? Let me find out. Let me send a quick message. Let me send a message to my wife. Who knows? Maybe she's, well, the little kids might be streaming off their iPads too. I don't know. It's the lawnmower man. You guys can literally hear everything at this point, right? Cryptic Games. I sleep until 9 a.m. on Sunday, but I guess I can wake up early. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the stream. It is frozen. Alright, hit refresh. Let's see if that helps. And who mows their lawn on a Sunday? Oh boy. Yeah. Alright. Starting to lag a lot. Audio is good. PPTX. Alright, if you guys, let's see. He says he's not online. It could just be that the neighborhood is, I'm wondering if I should stop the stream and restart it. Maybe lower the quality. I can. If I can do this on the fly. Although I think if I do that, other things could potentially happen, and I'll tell you what they are. Yeah, our connection's just not great here. It's really lagging. I can see on the software it's red and yellow. Let me see if I can change the settings on the side. Okay. Maybe I should use buffering. Let me turn on buffering too. Let me see if that makes a difference. Oh, look. I got really small. Okay. It's good now. It's getting better now. Tasteless question. Could wildfire affect your internet? No, this was happening before. Alright. So that's what's going on. So that's what I did with this mouth, right? So the shadow, the light is over here. The shadow of the mouth goes over here. The tongue itself casts a shadow over here. Alright. The audio is smooth. So it's more like stop, what is it called? Stop action? Animation? Something like that. Alright. Maybe because it hit 400 viewers. I don't know. Alright. So he's going to have a different colored arms. And see if I can. You can do that with colored pencil, or you can use ink and basically kind of indicate different color. Let's see what happens here. And the thing about the thicker markers, they cover areas fast, but the edges look a little blunt, and so I like to go in with a thinner marker and kind of clean up the edges and tighten it up a little bit, so people can't tell that I necessarily used a bigger, blunter marker. So those little details that make a difference, I think. Okay. It's showing green now. Oh, it goes green and then red. I spoke too soon. I could, let me see. I can drop the, I'm going to use buffering on the overhead camera. Okay. Alright, let me know if that's better. I turned on buffering for both, so I'm thinking that it basically will save some of it, you know, and parse it out or feed it out in a more glorious view of the microwave. Ah, great. There we go. I should transition over. Leaf blower time. Oh my god. Can you stop that for a second? Sorry if I yelled. It's pretty smooth now. Much better. I think the buffering helps, right? The LA hat and New York shirt. I didn't even think about that. I'm floating. There we go. Sorry. No lag here. Yeah, it's all green now. So every time I say that, it turns red. All right. I'm done with this Porg. In fact, I'm not done with this Porg. I'm going to do a background for the Porg, which requires me to find some ink. I ran out of ink for the first time on my road trip. Rarely happens that you use all the ink in a bottle. Luckily, I have multiple bottles, none of which I see right now. Oh boy, how's that possible? All right, 1 second, guys. Where would that be? Let me check this box here. One second. All right, here we go. All right. So, I believe I have some tissue paper here. I believe I grabbed some here over here. And I'm just going to do some quick, hopefully quick. Kind of a background. My sad little desperate Porg. Thank you, ACNVSDRS. ACNRS as subscribed. Thank you very much. Brogan has cheered 500. Mr. Destructoid 100. That's the emote. Sorry. Tyler Bobo, thank you for resubscribing. Janella for cheering 400 bits. Fabzillas has subscribed. I think I mentioned that already, but KDB89 has resubscribed. Mars Bar 305. Good taste in chocolate companies. All right. And I'm trying to make these smears into something. I'm going to go next door and ask that guy what his work schedule's like. See if he streams or does something at his house. I'm going to go over there and buy a leaf blower. Just gun it 10 p.m. at night when he's trying to sleep. Oh, Hat Attack. Batman Guy has resubscribed for... Thank you. Hat Attack. Say what you will, but I'll tell you that streaming is a skill. One I do not possess, as you can clearly tell. I watch other streams. No issues. Nothing gets in the way. Now I think he's pissed off because he's getting louder. Maybe he heard me. Oh. How's the stream though? It's good? Reassure me that the stream's a little bit better. Thank you, Biddy, for the cheers. Appreciate it. I'm going to have a word with Mr. Leaf Blower. How come no one else has these issues when they stream? Where are they streaming from? I guess I could turn the volume on my mic to much lower so it just hears my voice. Maybe there's a way to calibrate that so it's much more sensitive at a shorter distance instead of literally picking up sounds from 50 yards away, minimum 50 yards. Create my comic. Wow, I almost missed the stream today. You haven't missed much, dude. Sorry. You're good. Turn that frown upside down. Alright, here's the whiteout, guys. It's kind of just picking up some of the shapes Anyway, so going back to these sketches that were becoming kind of like this, I think I've sent them all out. There might be one batch that I cannot find. They're somewhere here. In all the travel, I was in New York, then I was on a short vacation with my family, and then back to LA. I think a handful of them got misplaced, so I have to find them. So that's what I'm saying. It's become this other thing that I have to kind of take care of each and every week. So just trying to minimize the stress that this all... Not stress, the extra work that it creates, I guess. And then there's other things I want to do in terms of sort of reinvesting in the channel. So, and if I could get a T1 line or optic fiber here, I would, but the area I'm in is just not built that way. wired that way, I guess. I'm just creating background rubble, and as you can tell, I'm just kind of creating shapes based on what I'm reacting to, the sort of the random lines that the Kleenex put down, and then I'm playing off some of the random lines I drew down, and then I'm just kind of picking up highlights using the whiteout. And if you do that, it starts creating forms, right? It starts creating objects and shapes. The mind, the brain, the human brain, like all the animals' brain, is designed through evolution or creation or whatever you want to believe. It's designed to pick up light and shadow and make it into things. That's, our brains are wired that way, so that if a tiger is in the shadows and about to run us down and eat us, that our brains can see that shadow and understand what it is very quickly. And so that's why you sometimes see things, is that the shadows aren't anything, but the brain makes it into something. So we can rely on that kind of hardwiredness of the brain and fool it by putting certain shadows, white shapes and black shapes, creating, that's what drawing is all about, is creating the illusion of depth and three-dimensionality by sort of preying on this part of our brain that's designed to keep us alive from predators, and so we don't run into holes, lava pits, holes in the ground, because our brain recognizes that, oh, it's a shadow of a hole, it's this, let's not fall into this, or it's this, let's not fall into that, oh, it's this, run away. So, right, so I can take that and kind of play off of it to create this background. So it's a little bit of painting with whiteout ink on Kleenex, and there's my Porg. Not the mouth. Chris must be falling asleep. Have you watched Coco? I have watched Coco. I took my kids, my 4-year-old and 6-year-old, to go see it. Or 4 and 5, sorry. There's my Porg. I get rid of some of the lines, keep some of the lines to make it still feel kind of sketchy. Okay. Done. All right. Next will be, let's do Boba Fett. How many kids do I have? I have 9 kids. Brennan Louise, that's the longest sketch. That's the longest sketch has ever taken you. Yes. Crispy egg roll. I'm in chat only mode now. Going to brunch. Crispy is so fancy he gets to go to brunch. Brunch is the only meal that exists on the weekend. No one goes to brunch Mondays or Tuesdays. Sometimes Saturdays, but definitely Sundays. That's how fancy Crispy is. He gets to brunch. What paper am I using? It is, I switched over this because it's a whiter surface, so the whiteout looks better. I was using kind of cream colored paper for a bunch of sketches, and the whiteout really stood out. Wasn't really working the way I wanted it to, because it wasn't white on white, it was white on cream, and so it stood out too much. Jex Traxy, thank you very much for resubscribing. Why he has resubscribed. Thank you. Batman Guy 4 has resubscribed. Thank you. What's the point of brunch? You wait an hour and it's lunch. I don't know. I think it's typically a buffet, all you can eat shrimp, an excuse to eat breakfast foods and lunch foods at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. Smarug, do I sleep? I do. Not a lot, though. What is my time management secret? Good question. There's a I don't know what the secret is. Don't watch a lot of TV. Don't get heavily invested into golf or watching. I don't watch any football games. I'm in a fantasy football league, but I don't watch a single game. I don't golf. I don't watch hardly any TV. I see an occasional movie. Maybe we watch 1 or 2 TV shows a week. My wife and I, we pick some out. That's, you can save a lot of hours that way. Okay, so we're going to get to Boba Fett. Sorry. Someone's complaining that I was drawing too slowly. All right, let's see if I can do this Boba Fett in 2 minutes. People are like, no, do not spend all your time drawing a Porg and then rush out the Boba Fett. I've never drawn Boba Fett before. I don't think I have. But I have to nail the proportions of this helmet just right to make this work. And there's lots of little details. It's actually a pretty complicated design. He's got a blaster thing here. And then he's got this little doohickey up here, which to me always felt kind of like an antenna to like a cell phone, like an old StarTech. If any of you guys are old enough to know, a StarTech Motorola cell phone had like a pull-out antenna. So I always felt that was part of that. And it looks like he's got like a cape that's velcroed onto his shoulder. I saw something in the corner of my eye. It was a child. With 9 children, there's always something happening on the corner of my eye. Again, that was my hardwired eye alerting me to possible saber-tooth activity in the corner, saving my life. Right. So I'm looking at a photo and drawing at the same time. That's why you're seeing me kind of piecemeal it. If I knew what I was doing and had drawn this character before, I would just draw the shapes first, like the forearm shape. So this is a little different. It's almost like life drawing. Excuse me. Life drawing. Now I've run out of room, so I got to adjust kind of where this gun goes. Sounds like someone's at the door. Who could it be? It's the lawnmower man next door. Wondering if I need my yard trimmed. Please tell him to go away. As you can see, when I draw, my ability to talk slows down. The bit rate of my auditory output slows down as I think about each word. I don't know what the photos run out of detail. What happens below? Must resort to a secondary photo. Looks like there are pouches. Alright, how's that? Crispy is leaving. I guess the shrimp has arrived. The fried shrimp. I should change the Wi-Fi password. So only I can use it. You know what I'll do? I have an idea. I do have an Ethernet port, so next time, I'm going to make sure, excuse me, that port is live, hopefully. I will hardwire this in and see if that makes a difference. Okay? I'm not sure why Renee is laughing. Evil Dad moment. Wait, you're not hardwired? No. I stream on Wi-Fi. That's because that's how I roll. Because I did not anticipate. Whoa, I can see the. I did not anticipate really live streaming from this computer from my office, so I did not set it up that way. Amateurs use Wi-Fi. What's wrong with you? This is the love I get. Sacrificing my bandwidth for you guys. This is what I get in return. Thank you. Oh, that explains everything. No, it doesn't. People game on Wi-Fi. Streaming 101 hardwire. Even a microwave running could mess up the... Yeah, you know what? Not only do we have Control 4, we have so many devices working on 2 or 5 gigahertz. Nothing really works well in this house. Yeah. Everyone's a Wi-Fi expert now. Everyone's like, oh, a streaming expert. Great. All right. I have only smart appliances here. Yeah. I see PUBG is coming to Xbox. I will not be on it. Talk about Wi-Fi games. Once you play games on the PC, it's a step down, unfortunately, going to a PS4 or an Xbox One. I mean, it just is. You're not going to get this, it doesn't have, you can't get a machine that has in a console that has the computing power of a souped up PC with like high-end, top-of-the-line graphics card. And then they have a controller that has a far more limited number of... I think I already screwed it up. I don't like the... you know what? Maybe it's just the curvature of this. I can fix it. I think it has to... Yeah. There we go. On a controller, how many buttons do you have? Like 4? All right, 8. I don't know, 12, something like that. On a keyboard, I have at least 26, plus all the numbers, 36. Plus a lot of miscellaneous keys. So there's just, I just don't, I've done both. It's just a lot better. This lawnmower guy. Is he always there? Was he at the last Sunday stream? Okay. As you can see, I'm using a pretty crappy marker. I apologize. And that's because I know that, like the Porg, I am going to go in and do some smudging and then drawing with whiteout on top. So I'm just kind of putting in the shapes to make sure that I've got this guy correct. This thing looks like a golf club. Looks like a 9-iron that's on top of his head, or a putting iron That's what I'm drawing in my mind. It's not the quantity of buttons, it's how you use them. Sure, sure. Keep telling yourself that. There you go. Do I live next to a golf course? No. But I do have 2 sick children, excuse me, and a sick wife. So I apologize for all the excess mucus. The trick is keeping toxicity, keeping the Kleenex I use for blowing my nose and for inking apart, so I don't have a black nose. All right, let's see what I can do to wrap this up here. Boba Fett, speak to me. You're my only hope. Have any of you guys cosplayed as Boba Fett? Be honest. Dropping frames. Alright, I'm refreshing my screen here. Let's see what happens. It's back. Maybe I should kill the side camera. That's on me. I'm glad to be part of this channel, Jim. Jedi B311, thank you very much. You're the only thankful person in this stream. As you can see, the others are jaded. Entitled. Oh, and Jedi 311 has resubscribed. Thank you very much. What type of microns? I'm using a 0.3. It's 0.03. It's very old. I'm going to kill the side camera. You think that will help, guys? Yes? There's really nothing to see from my head. Hello? The zoo of James? Alright, I'm going to kill it. Let me know. You'll miss this side camera. You'll all be begging, put it back on. We need to see your bloated face. I'm going to kill it. Let's see what happens. I've disappeared. Okay. I have tried the map on PUBG's test server. We'll play a little bit. I can't change the resolution of the stream without stopping it. I can turn down the resolution of... I killed the side camera. So let's see how that rolls. Alright. Tell me how it is. Every 2 minutes go yes, better. My wife says your head is beautiful. Thank you. I guess. My head. You have a beautiful head. In particular, your cranial structure is particularly attractive. Yeah, want to see me squinting. Yeah, I keep forgetting I do that. My eyes are all messed up. I'm going to come back as a hologram. 3, 2, 1. Nope, did not work. Alright, let's do this, guys. Let's power on through. So I'm leaving it fairly sketchy. So even these things are red rectangles, but I'm just kind of drawing part of it. There's a method to the madness you'll see later. His forearm thingy, his bracer, as we like to say in EverQuest, is unusually shaped. It's got a lot of interesting kind of angles to it. But actually, the more complicated it is, the more I can fudge it. And by fudging it, I mean making it up, because it's so complex that the mind, in a way, can't even remember all those details. So you wouldn't even know if I was drawing it incorrectly or not. I think in math they said that the mind is incapable of comprehending anything above 1,000 of anything. Or maybe it was 10,000. It was some number like that. So it's impossible for us to mentally conceive of 1,000,000, whatever. How this relates to Boba Fett's bracer, I don't know. I'm sorry, I've got trapped into this weird interior monologue because I can't hear any of you guys. Which gets me to this whole idea of a Discord channel. When we set up this Discord channel and do a World of Warcraft session, I think some are maybe the group leaders if we do a raid. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll have to figure it out. So some of it will be auditory. Okay. It's not as smooth, but no pausing in foreign film dubbed audio. Chat refresh. Mine is smooth as butter. Discord is going to be popping. That sounds interesting. Did you get an offer to work on Kingdoms of Amalur? No, I did not. The Sarlacc pit of Jim's mind. Yes. Still dropping frames. Black screen here. If you have a black screen, you need to hit refresh, buddy. Command R. Control R. Let me see if I am pretty sure I cannot adjust the output of the stream itself. Nope. I'm going to change the overhead camera and just drop it down just a little bit. And look at that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to enlarge it. Let's try that. Is that looking focused, guys? When it rains. Jim, thank you for all you do for your fans. You rock, thank you. Look, I'm just being a wise ass when I get salty. Any of you guys played EverQuest back in the day? Jonella has cheered 500 bits. Thanks for doing the stream. Waiting for it all night. It's 3:40 a.m. here. Hope I win a sketch today. 3:40 a.m. Where are you? You must be in Japan or something. Right? No. You're in Russia? I don't know. I'm guessing. Hello from Pakistan. Islamabad, Pakistan? Is that where you're from? Effects. What server were you on? Do you remember? Where's Janella from? Where's it 3:40 in the morning somewhere? Incone. I did. What server Incone? Someone owns some of my EverQuest art. Cool. Ah, the Philippines. I knew it was somewhere in Asia. Karachi, Pakistan. How interesting. I'm even more thankful that there are fans from literally all around the world tuning in. Fans in California just can't be bothered to tune in. They have brunch. I was looking at the camera. They have brunch to go to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm a real fan. Oh, sorry, I gotta go eat shrimp. Bye. Okay. Meanwhile, there's a guy in Karachi, 3:40 in the morning. Oh, what am I saying? that's in the Philippines. Even still, there are people, other parts of the world. They're putting aside sleep to tune in. That's dedication. All right. I should draw faster. If I draw slower, it makes it feel like even I could do this. In fact, I would say professional drawing, it's all about drawing well, but also at a speed that most people feel they can't draw at. Meaning if you drew well, but it took you like 2 weeks to draw a hand, people probably wouldn't be impressed. People probably wouldn't pay you for that skill. I'm just mentally like working this out, right? Follow me on this. Go with me a little bit on this, right? Right? If it took that long, people would go like, well, yeah, if I had 2 weeks to draw that hand, I could do it too. No one would ever be able to test it. So no one would know, and so it wouldn't really feel like a skill. You see what I'm saying? But if you can draw that hand well and do it within a minute, 3 minutes, people could go, I could draw a hand, I could do it in that time, and they could actually try, and 15 seconds in, they'd go like, oh no, I can't. I don't have that skill. I will pay you to design my web page because I can't draw a hand in 15 seconds, and apparently you can. See what I'm saying? So it's a combination of speed and talent and ability. All right. There's a dog out there. Just wondering whose dog that is. All right. Usually the Sunday evening is for watching a movie with my wife, and I'm lucky that she understands that I also watch the stream now. But she knows how much I love your art. Are you saying you are, create my comic, you're watching a movie and the stream at the same time? I thought it was about precision, says Crumb Down of Drawing. I don't know if it's about precision. That's a style of... There are a lot of artists that have, in comics, that have kind of made a career from drawing stuff that's very loose. Precision. I don't know if that's as important. To me, I think it's speed and ability. And in fact, there are people that are really good, but they draw so slowly, infrequently, that people use that as a knock. Like, oh, that guy's great, but oh my gosh, he draws one project every 5 years, 10 years. Like it really matters, but. Just so you guys know, I am squinting like a madman. Now that I'm off stream, I'm just like squinting ham. Squinting AF. That stuff sounds stupid. I'm sorry. Will I review your splash pages? Yes, I am doing more portfolio reviews to get caught up on what I have. And for a while, I did not have enough, and now they're starting to come in. So there's stuff to discuss, which is kind of cool. What is this? He's got a chain. He's got a chain of some sort. This gun, what is going on? I'm going to turn it upside down to the light. Sorry. Guys, bit of a gun emergency. I don't know. I don't like how it's going out this direction. I'm going to have to do an audible. Okay. And then, oh, of course, he's got that, what is that Russian bazooka type gun? What's that called? I used to know these things. Oh, you gamers out there should know what it is. It's a Russian self-propelled rocket. That gun isn't a cannon. I know it's not a cannon. It's an analogy. It's a visual analogy, sir. RPG. RPG. That's not what it's called. The Russians don't go, give me that RPG. Sorry, I'm salty this morning. All right, maybe they do. It's RPG-7. Okay, that's what it's called. Rocket-propelled grenade. I guess the 7th in the series. I know it's not an RPG. I know it's a jetpack. The idea, though, is that it looks like an object. So rather than drawing a jetpack that I have no connection to in reality, in my mind, I go, if I had to draw it from memory, I go, well, it looks just like an RPG-7 from the Soviet Union. So I'll just draw the RPG the same way I drew an antenna that looks like a 9-iron for his antenna, for his Wi-Fi transmitter. That's stuck to his head. I'm sure that's super safe. Turned into an art stream of Jim defending himself. It's totally a rocket. Used to shoot kids' eyes out when the toy came out. That's true. I have that toy. Yeah. Who knows what it really is? You think these designers go okay, yeah. All right, I'm going to put this thing. It's a RPG looking jetpack. The jetpack is actually lower, I think. Now that I'm looking at it, it's this thing right here. Comes down right here. And then there's this nozzle thing. And just FYI, if you look at the original Star Wars franchise, and they did try to emulate it in a lot of the sequels, and more so in the newer sequels, a lot of it was actually based on World War II armaments. So if you look at the blasters that Han Solo and Chewbacca uses, and even the stormtroopers, they're all based on World War II German and Allied guns, whether they're Bren submachine guns or, I used to know all the names. The bar rifle or the MP, is it 34, the German submachine gun? I've forgotten. Probably not 34. The same way the Empire hats, those little spiffy little hats that they wear, they look like the Japanese naval uniform hats, caps. Right? The Empire looks like Nazis. All right. Okay, this is my first Boba Fett. I'm learning a lot about Soviet RPGs. All right. Oh my God. Whew. It's been an hour. How is that? Is that in focus, by the way? It looks slightly out of focus. Oh, you're talking about the lawn, the leaf blower guy. I'm pretty sure he gets paid by the hour and not by the amount of leaves, so there really is no incentive for him to finish. Alright. Looks good, looks fine. How big are your guys' yards? Essentially army surplus. Looks good to me, looks good. I just want to make sure everyone agrees that it looks good. So I'm going to wait for all 393 people to chime in. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Looks like shit. Oh, thanks. Oh, it's fine. Perfect. Love it. Thank you. Mostly, but the bottom is a tiny bit blurry. I drew it that way. It's because it's sticking up there. It's in focus. Looks great. Looks good. Looks great. Amazing. Great. LOL. Looks good. Hold on. I'm still waiting for some people. People at AFK watching a movie with their wives or eating brunch. His head is too big. Oh, I knew there was always someone. Inept Ninja Panda. Please ban him. Renee, Kate, can you ban that? Oh wait, I meant to send that in private Discord. Sorry. His head's not too big. Look online. These are real people in these costumes. These are not superheroes. This is how they look. All right. You're right. The head. He looks unfinished. You're right. You're right. I didn't say it was done. I just said, how does it look so far? So far is a word that connotes, I hope I said that. I don't even know if I said it, but it connotes and implies there's more to be done, but this is a stopping point. Like we've stopped on the side of the road, and I'm saying, hey, how's my driving? Okay, so now, I think the hardest part for me as an artist, share with me, what is the hardest part, is being so fearless to just start to draw whatever. You just do a boba for the first time like it was nothing. Well, not only am I doing it for the first time like it was nothing, I'm doing it live streaming with a guy blowing a leaf blowing machine outside my window. You can at least listen to soothing music as you draw. And there he is, on cue. Back at it. Yeah. We try to make it look easy. All sorts of distractions. Oh, look. The old gun has disappeared. Thank God. Way out of whack. Alright, what else am I going to do this? Let's make that kind of shadowy. Let's drop some shadows underneath this arm. Put a little shadow here. Side of this face. Maybe I cast a shadow like that. RPG gets its own little bit of rendering. Oh, yeah. There's that. Nozzle. Looks like he's got a little webcam for live streaming when he needs to. Top 10 dishes Boba Fett likes to cook live streaming right now. Maybe draw Slave 1 in the sky. Yeah, thanks for that helpful suggestion. Sure. I really need to play with that technique. You mean having a leaf blower outside your window to help you focus? Still looks unfinished, says Patrick Berlin. Still looks unfinished. Still not satisfied. All right. Yeah, this is like level step 2 of a 5-step process. So there's 3 other steps required to give me this opportunity to kind of pull this one and finish it. But it's also 12 o'clock, so these last steps are going to go quickly. Okay, because I have a brunch I have to get to as well. I did not catch the new Ready Player One trailer. I will see that though, because I already saw the trailer at San Diego Comic-Con for that. So I'm going to see the movie, but might as well see some of the graphics too. Whatever. You know what I need? I need a brush. Can someone hand me a brush? Thank you, non-existent assistant. You think I could afford it? You know what? That's what I'm going to use all these extra cheers for. I'm going to hire an assistant to be here full time. Hand me stuff. This is a crappy brush. It's too thin. It's very, very thin. It's meant more for details, and yeah, but it is not the brush I need, but the brush I deserve. Hey, look, it's the barrel thing. Look, I did a little barrel thing for you. It's kind of interesting. I was able to utilize the information that I tried to explain. All right. I don't have an old pen cap, so I'm just going to have to put the ink on the drawing. Can't put out too much because it'll just kind of run down the drawing itself, so. Let's do this. Let's lift it up so it doesn't run. Hold that up. Thank you, faithful assistant. I appreciate your help. And let me get in here. I know it's out of focus now. I should have just kept that on autofocus. Look at how this whole stream is coming together in very sort of poetic terms. I'm getting my comeuppance for raging at autofocus when right now, if it was autofocusing, you guys would get the benefit of seeing what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the clock, being mindful of the time. I know you guys have appointments to get to, things you need to do, sleep you need to get to. Is there a better brush? I'm just messing around with this thing. This is awful. Right next to the one I just grabbed. For my first Boba Fett. Probably my first and only. There's not much opportunity to draw Star Wars characters in my line of work. Okay. Okay. Where'd that ink go? Put some ink directly on the brush tip here. So I can go in and hit this. Okay. What else is going on? I should probably go ahead and carry it all the way down. Looks like there's a hole in the head. Otherwise, I was trying to make it look like it was a little bit weathered. And actually, that was the cool thing about Star Wars. I don't know if it was the first movie, first sci-fi kind of franchise that made the future or made outer space look weathered, right? All the vehicles looked like they had wear and tear on them. And that was cool. It made it feel like it was real, because I think everything up to that point prior, everything looked brand new out of the box, fresh mint out of the box, right? And here it was that in the future it looked like things were rusty and leaking, and then the movie Alien had that same kind of thing. I want to say Alien came out after Star Wars. I could be wrong. Oh, he's got a short cape. Did not realize that. I do now. And then this thing here, let's cast a shadow. Janela 600 bits. To perk you up, I am also drawing right now, trying to finish deadlines fast approaching. What are you drawing, Janela? Are you a working artist? Are you someone I know of? Okay. I realize it still looks unfinished, so I'm going to try to make it look more finished. I'm going to go ahead and spot some blacks here and there. I'm going to have to load more ink onto this brush tip, though, to make that happen. And make sure it doesn't... I wish this thing were longer, so I'm going to make it longer and fix it in the whiteout. To make it into something later. That dog is back at it. Basically, if the lawn blower thing stops, the dog barks. They're a team up. Things that we can do to annoy the neighborhood. About getting a bunch of styrofoam blocks and just taping them to the wall, gluing them to the walls, and seeing what happens. I'm doing some freelance commissions, nice, but I'm doing my own indie book, even better. Very cool. Okay, so as you can see with this brush, I'm filling in more shadows, the spaces in between the blocks of armor. It's starting to feel a little more finished, I think. That's going to be too much for over there. It's going to be too dark, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in over here. And then just kind of smear it up. Okay. All right. Time to move again. Sure, why not? Junie 2584. Simri Simri Osioyo. I think that's what he said. Junie 2584. Oh, this is looking even better. Okay, cool. Glad you like it. It's getting there. All right, I'm going to see if I can finish this up in 10 minutes or less. I know you guys have things to do, so I apologize for taking too long. Now I'm not looking at reference, and I'm just looking at the drawing and figuring out what I need to do to make this kind of come together. There's probably too much things that don't make sense in there, so I'm going to basically elongate the arm, kind of hide what's going on here a little bit better, and then put that there. Obviously, I'm going to fix that with whiteout. There's this weird temperature-looking thermometer thing, mini RPG stuck to this forearm. I had no idea what it is. And okay, fix that thing because that was looking way out of whack, as kids like to say. Okay. All right. And you know what? I'm going to go even further out with this. I don't know if it's even in frame. Oh, it is. Okay, great. All right, and then go with that. Go there. Let's add some definition over here. The side of the helmet. A little bit of modeling here. Some great value there. I still don't like this arm over here. So what I'm going to do, before that rolls down, is I'm going to do that. go all the black in here, and take the cape out to here. This gun is going to cast a shadow on that hand. I don't know what this hand is doing now, so I got to fix that. But it's going to go over. I don't know what that hand is doing. I'm like looking at the pose I'm looking at online, and that doesn't even make any sense to me either. My hand kind of disappears, so the hand's going to have to go up over the gun, and I will do that in whiteout. Okay. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to take my handy dandy Starbucks card, and I'm going to put a little bit of ink on the corner, and I'm going to splatter it here. Not too vigorously, because I don't want any of the dots to be too big. But the idea is that it's a sandy environment. Okay. I've got some ink on my finger. What can I do with it? Right there. Sure. I feel like there's something that needs to come in here to match that over here. So I'm going to take this pencil and also then complete some of this drawing that I had. And bring out some of the medium values. Core shadow here. Okay. And we'll go to lighter over here. Maybe some lines here to kind of indicate some texture. Okay. Create some middle values here. Thank you, Skooma Party, for subbing. It was very quiet for a while. I figure everyone was leaving the channel. Okay. Gonna have to fix that arm. Got some detail in there. Draw some shadow in there. I'm gonna put some smudgy stuff in between here as well. So I think, I don't know if I can do it with them. I'm going to go ahead and just do this here. Dab a little bit there. Let's see exactly what's live, what's not live, and go ahead and do that. Okay. Go back in with the pencil. Take this helmet, and we are going to cast that shadow effectively across the entire body here. That arm's going to go into shadow. There's going to be a shadow here. That forearm it's going to be a darker shadow underneath here. I'm going to adjust these two values here so that this arm pops a little bit. And I'm going to add a little textural detail down here without adding any sort of buckles or any of that kind of stuff. I want to keep this more or less kind of nebulous going down. Okay. Okay, and then the gun will also be dark. I'm going to fix that over there. Hello, Jackson. Good morning. Okay.
Papa,
Hi, how are you guys doing?
can we do the video?
Yeah, go ahead. It's not on yet, so let me. Once I'm done in 5 minutes, I'll come turn it on for you. Okay? All right. So just wait there. That was number 9 of 9. All right. 1 second, guys. I need to find an eraser. I had one a second ago. I have like a million of these things. Here we go. All right. So the eraser, I'm just going to clean up some of the stuff that looks a little too, again, I want to keep some of the sketchiness, and some of the sketched lines are working against me. So I want to clean that up a little bit. Like around here, this little stove thing element. And on the gun over here. And over here. Okay. Oop. What's going on over here? Alright, let's see what I got going on. Alright. Clean up some of these edges to make it look a little more professional. Maybe that's what you're talking about with precision. I don't know. Define some of these shapes a little bit more. Okay. And then define some of those. Okay. Alright. Let's now clear up some of these shapes here. Now I gotta fix this thing here. And before I was talking about how this forearm thing, this bracer is so complex that can kind of make into anything. No one's gonna know. Right? If you had to describe it, I mean, even just looking at it from the photo I would be hard pressed to describe exactly what it is. It looked like it's definitely angular. That's the thing you have to remember. So if you can just keep this thing looking angular, people will go like, oh yeah, that's Boba Fett's bracer. Now I'm going to draw this hand going above here. Going over the gun. Precision work requires me to hold my breath. It's kind of like a sniper right before they release the They pull the trigger, right? A dog. What is going on? Talk to me, dude. Ooh, okay. Solace in Society. I'm here waiting for the Justice League panel. Are you at Ace Comic Con? Actually, Jim, that's not a bad idea. Pick a winner near the beginning or in the middle. That's true. I could do that. Look, been doing this since late August. I plan on doing it for a year and then seeing how we end up. I've actually been advocating Twitch to a lot of other fellow artists, trying to get them on here. And I know that there is a commercial or business side to it, but frankly, no one's going to come and do this if there isn't that possibility of something, whether it's promotion, marketing, actual sales, commissions, cheers, whatever. It's just the way the world works. But the more successful it is, the more chance there is sort of building out the creative, quote-unquote, creative section of Twitch, because it's primarily a great gamers platform and perceived that way. So as I proselytize and talk about it to my fellow artists, their first question is, well, is it worth my time? And so there has to be that angle to it, because there are opportunity costs, and opportunity cost means that they could be doing other things, whether it's work or just having brunch, enjoying their downtime. Okay. So, so this one is not going to be given away. I'm going to give away the Porg. This one I'm just going to sell to someone in the chat. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I haven't really given it too much prior thought, because there really is no auction mechanism as far as I understand it. And I don't want it to go too crazy. I thought, well, maybe I could do it as a blind, where people just kind of whisper in kind of what they would want to pay, and the top one just wins, and that way it prevents an auction kind of environment. But man, I don't know. I want to do something that's fair and where people's expectations are met and people are happy with the whole process. But doing, 2 sketches a week and just giving them away doesn't really make a lot of sense either. I was starting to feel it, and just sort of questioning what the best use of my time was on a Sunday morning. So maybe we're going to try different things and see how they kind of ultimately pan out. So with this Boba Fett, let's just try the auction. Like, I don't know, Renee, maybe go to Skooma says, I'm 24 and broke. Please don't do that. LOL. Orange Tang, no matter what you do, some people will not be happy. It's the nature of the game, sadly. Yes. Have each person submit a single bid. Biggest bid wins. Yeah. I don't know. Blind bid sounds like a good plan. All right, we try the blind bid. Can everyone send a whisper? I don't know if I opened it up. Just so, I mean, just through the nature of capitalistic marketplace, not everyone's going to be able to afford everything that they want in life. So that's just unfortunately a given. I've over the years, I mean, not even just now, but even back when my covers were priced at like $750, people said like I can't afford it. Like you're screwing me over, and so it's always been there. It's always been a factor, and now the covers are a lot more, and still realize, I don't know. I'm wrestling with it, guys. I don't have a clear-cut answer for you. But just giving away doesn't make a lot of sense either, I think. But I'm going to give this Porg away. And because last week I was open to everyone, the Porg will be just for subs only. So we'll do that, roll off, and then with this Boba Fett, we'll try. Let's try the blind, so we can sort of spare people having to watch people with more money kind of outbid them. So if you can send a whisper to me of what you think you can afford for this Boba Fett, or if you want to add it to your collection or whatever, let me know. The only benefit, I think, to doing it that way is you're not bidding against everyone else that's potentially online on eBay. If this were to have been eBayed, I'll see how that goes. I mean, in the future, I might do some stuff that's just straight out eBayed. There are a couple charitable organizations I'm involved in, school projects or school fundraising, so I thought about that also being, as long as I'm going to be drawing on a Sunday, maybe drawing and then actually placing some on eBay, but the proceeds of that would go towards charities or school fundraising activities, that kind of thing. So that's also possibly in the works. So like I said, I'm still working out all the details of what this is all about. So I hope and appreciate, or hope and let you guys understand some of the thinking I'm going through and the decision making I am making, so that I can continue to do this with the knowledge or the sense that it's not a waste of time, but that it is a meaningful and good use of my time. Right? Meaning I could just come on and do critiques, art review critiques. I could just come on and or stream a lot less. So, but my goal ultimately is to have a pretty robust stream, but also have a lot of other comic book artists on here doing similar things, sharing their knowledge, creating their own communities and fan bases online. I hear the neighbors talking now. I don't know what's going on. It's a fairly wet marker, so as you can see, even as I put stuff down, I can smear it afterwards. I've also run over my time limit, so we'll get to this quickly. Before I go, I want to thank Kate and Renee for modding, as always. The guys are amazing at what they do, both during the stream and off hours. I thank you guys for tuning in and watching this this comedy of errors sometimes. And I hope you guys understand some of the decision making that's going on. I understand that it's a change for some of you. And I appreciate you guys spending part of your weekend with me. Okay? So, hold on one second. I realize there's still some highlights I want to take care of here. Patrick, final thoughts. What was that? Was there a discussion going on? That won't work because people will see all the pricings. No, I'll just catch up with you afterwards, Renee, to hear kind of what people were saying. I wasn't looking at the stream, so. Thank you, Spice Girl, for cheering. Appreciate it. There's always extra little details you can add, huh? I'll tell you also that if I know I'm selling something, it does make me feel like I have to put a little more effort into it, so maybe I'll just go back to the free ones. The free ones, I'm like, not my best, but what can you say? It's a free sketch, right? And that was actually kind of the fun of it when I was just doing free sketches at conventions back when things kind of, just in between when things kind of really took off, and was that there was no contractual bind, like, hey, here's some money, do me a good sketch. It was like, hey, here's a free sketch. Yeah, I know it's not the greatest, but what do you want? It's a free sketch, right? So there is that. Just tightening up some of the details here. So I'll do the Porg first. So it's sub only, and good luck to you guys, all right? Very silent. Sorry, I'm very focused. Fixing this helmet up here. Just realized that some of the angles are off. Okay. Lastly, where did my Starbucks card go? My faithful Starbucks card. Cannot find it. What happened to the Starbucks card? John Muirt has subscribed. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support, buddy. And I cannot find it, so I'm going to have to look for something else that... How can I not find it? I just literally used it a second ago. I have a very small little table next to my drawing table, which is the only flat surface I have here, so I'll just use this business card here. white splatter here to kind of carry through this idea of the black splatter. And maybe a little bit on the helmet to kind of indicate. Okay. That's my Boba Fett. Oh, look at that. That's not good. Porg. All right, let's do the Porg. Okay, so, yes, the keyword's going to be Porg. Just wait 1 second. I have to set it up, guys. All right. Okay. Let me go into... Where'd it go? There it is. All right. Okay, the keyword will be Porg. P-O-R-G. It's case insensitive. P-O-R-G is what you need. So I'll let people type that in. So you need to type in P-O-R-G into chat to be eligible to win this wonderful Porg. Here's my 2 Star Wars contributions here. I don't know which one I like better, to be honest. Okay. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. You just have to type in once to be eligible. The stream is behind. It's okay, cool. I will wait. Telling chat not to do something automatically makes them do it because it's funny. It's alright. It's chat. What are you going to do? It's the internet. If this is the worst of the internet, I'm happy with it. You guys are great, actually. It's been fun drawing for you, and I wish you guys all the very best luck. Here we go. The winner is Ninja of Justice. Been following since August 26. Thank you, Ninja of Justice. I'm sending you a message. Porg. Ninja of Justice. Alright, so this Boba Fett, we're going to try something new. So for those of you that are here because you're art collectors and have been frustrated in not winning the lottery, I'm just going to go ahead. You can send me a whisper of sort of the maximum that you think this is worth, and whoever bids the highest, this is what's called a silent auction, I believe, will win. So I'm going to check this out and see what we got here. $30, $15. Yes, just to be clear, it would probably be through PayPal. So it's the honor system. I mean, you put your bid, and if I say, hey, you win, you got to come through. If it doesn't, I'll just resell it or whatever on eBay, or yeah, probably on eBay, because I don't necessarily know if I'm going to wait another week or 2 weeks to get back on stream. Okay. Well, I like some of the Price is Right bidding that's going on. It's like $12.01. That's pretty cool. I like that. Just bid once, though, please. Otherwise, it's very confusing what's going on. And if you just leave it at the dollar amount as opposed to, I mean, if there's a valid question, feel free to ask. Don't know how to whisper. I don't even know either. Gladly pay you Tuesday for a sketch today. Yeah, I mean, you know. All right. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to end this in a second. Your whispers are set to friends only, I believe. That's not possible because I have a lot of whispers from people that aren't friends per se. No, I'm getting whispers from people that, like I got one from Gotcha87, Russell Heath, Defects 3, Janella. Then the question is, do you guys want to know what the winning bid was? Because I could just say this person won. Ooh, I like the 0.003 Bitcoin from PK, known as Poop Kid. He's a serious miner of Bitcoin. He's pulling it all together. One second, guys. I think I'm almost done. Let me just tape this up here. Excuse me. Will any of this work? I'm trying to hold this up here and navigate through. I think I have my winner, but I'm just double checking because sometimes if you just put the amount in the whisper, I can see it without even opening up the whisper. But some of you are putting other things in, and so it's making it hard for me to... Okay, got it. All right. Got it. All right, I think I have a winner, and are we voting to... keep it public or private? It's not going to be over 2K. It's Boba Fett. It's a 9 by 12. 9 by 12. I'd rather say who won it than. Okay, I will. All right, I have the winner. I will leave the winner anonymous for now. But the winning bid was definitely not 2K, guys. Maybe if one on eBay, it could break 1,000, but the winning bid was $775. Okay. All right. So in future, Pity 83, you can whisper. I thought I got a whisper from you. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we'll probably do a mix of these going forward, where some are given away, some are in the silent bid process, and some which are going to be used to raise money for charities or for charitable fundraising. I might just put on eBay or public chat. I don't know. I have to, again, I'll just figure it out. I want to kind of work through this to make it as strong of a channel as possible. So in all respects. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream regardless of whether you got a sketch or not. Ninja of Justice, congrats on the Porg. Probably my one and only Porg ever. So you have one-of-a-kind piece of art. And I'll catch you guys later this week. I'll put up some more events that we're going to put up. And it'll be a mix of gaming and drawing. All right, take care.